Hello everybody, welcome to Telli Talks, where we talk about life, growth, relationships, and all things in between. We are here at the Classic Cat, and I have a very special guest with me. She is a pro wrestler, an entrepreneur, gym owner, and I'm missing something. Actor, fighter, all the above, all the things, and we're going to talk all about it. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers. Okay, so for the people that don't know your journey, can you tell us how you got to where you are today?
Ooh, long story.
We got time.
How I got here today started with me getting bullied for being mixed. I'm half black and I'm half Guatemalan. And there was a group of girls that did not like that at my school. And they made my life a living hell. And it made me hate myself and hate being mixed and hate having this hair and my skin tone, and I just became very, very insecure. And then it resulted with them beating the shit out of me. They broke my jaw, they broke my shoulder blade, my ribs, my pancreas and liver didn't work, and that was the start to where I am today.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Where did this happen at?
It happened here in the Valley, here in Los Angeles. LAUSD school.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And did the school system do something about it?
They did nothing. So back then, when it was happening, I had just found out my parents were getting a divorce and my mom was in a really bad car accident. So my freshman year in high school didn't really start off great. And then that element added to it, the bullying. So I didn't really feel like I had anyone to talk to. My mom was hospitalized. My father was figuring it out. And then there was just me, little mixed girl, now dealing with divorce, mother in the hospital, and now her own issues. So it was terrible. And when I finally did say something to my parents, it was too late. The next day, it happened.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it sucked.
Oh wow. So how did you kind of like transition into using that as motivation to be where you are now?
That took a long time. I would say that situation definitely ruined my life for that chunk of my life. I was so depressed. I was suicidal. I had attempted many times. I hated the world. I hated life. I lost my faith. I grew up Catholic. I did not believe in God. I was like, Jesus, who, how? This is a terrible place and terrible things that are happening. So I just was angry, and I lived like that for a good chunk of time until God like deposited, you know, he's knocking and planting seeds. And I was acting, and I got a role to play a pregnant crackhead who was also homeless. And the director, I booked the part, and he was like, you got it, but there's a big light about you, and we've really got to dim it for on the stage. It was a play, so he's like, I don't want you to seem happy at all.
Right.
Let's do some character development and like dig deep. So he was like, have you ever been like molested or raped or, you know, getting into the deep stuff? And I was like, no, thank God. But I did get bullied really, really bad, and they beat the shit out of me, and it like ruined my life. And he was like, pause on the play. The fact that you went through that and like are overcoming it and
right.
like have this light about you, you need to do something with your story. And I was like, what do I do with that? That's the worst part of my whole story. I never talked.
I don't want to remember.
Correct.
It. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I never talked about it after that. Like once I went into college, it was a wrap. No one ever knew anything. And, but that seed he planted, it kept growing. And I was like, what would I do with this story? What did he mean? Like, I have something here. Like, what would I do with it? And I started just praying about it. Like, God, what would I do with my story? And the question came to me, like, what would you do for a girl who was going through your situation today? What would you do to help her? And I was like, yeah, I would be there for her. I would let her know she has someone to talk to. I would help her. I would help her love herself. I would give her all the things that I didn't have. And so then that was the first beginning of the idea of like, I need to do something with my story.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. First of all, I'm sorry that you went through that. I'm glad that you overcame that situation, and you're beautiful inside and out.
Thank
so
you.
That's,
too.
Thank you. And I think that's like, you know, the most important out of everything. How did you transition that into going to wrestling?
Right. So I got an audition for, remember that show Heroes?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was for that show, and it wasn't. It was for a show called Wow Superheroes, which was a pro wrestling show. So complete wrong audition. I was like, oh, what the heck? And I saw them wrestling and fighting, and I had all that trauma. So I was like, oh, I'm good. Thank you. Hand on the door, like literally about to leave. And the executive producer was like, where are you going? And I was like, oh, I'm at the wrong audition. I called my agent. Lines got crossed.
Right.
And he was like, well, you might as well stay. It's 5 o'clock on Friday. And I was like, valid point. I'm going to be in the same place in 1 hour. So I'll just chill and watch everyone else audition. So I did. And it was cool. There was girls in there going to work, and I wanted no part of it.
Right.
But then there was this one lady who went in. Her name's Lana Starr, and she's so petite, beautiful, blonde, boobs, all of the, just a Barbie, and picked up a girl that was not a Barbie.
Right.
And slammed her. And I, at that point, was like, how did she do that? What, how the, like, no, there's something to, like, how the hell did she do that? So I was intrigued. And I went home and I talked to my dad about it and told him, like, you know, how my day went. And he was like, you should knock it. You should try it. Anytime you can learn something, it makes you better. Like, learn it.
Absolutely.
It might be something that catapults you into your future. And I was like, okay. So I signed the waiver and I went back, and then it was like a 3-month process, audition process. They were eliminating every week, and I made the cut.
That's
amazing. Out of 200 girls.
That's amazing.
And
when you did it, did you love it?
At that, I began to love it throughout that process. And then once I made it, I loved it. And I was then inspired to create my own character because they didn't have one for me. And so I emailed my dad, and I was like, they're having a hard time finding a character for me, because usually pro wrestling's kind of like based on your look or a character or something like that. And being ethnically ambiguous and mixed, it was like, what am I, a mixed girl? Like, you know?
Right.
So he said, why don't you email me some words and things that mean something to you, and then we'll go from there. So I was like, okay, you know, anti-bullying, empowerment, like happy, friends, team, like all the things that like made me feel good.
Right.
And he was like, you're the bully buster. And I was like, I am the bully buster. So I pitched the name to the producers, and they loved it. And so that was the beginning of Keta Rush the Bully Buster, and the beginning of my company.
I love that. And how did that transition into opening up your own gym?
So once I became a pro wrestler, and then I was still acting, I started to get more roles, but for like fighting. And I got a role for a Powerade commercial, and my audition was to wrap my hands. And I was like, what? I don't know how to wrap my hands.
Right.
I wrestle. There's a
It's
big difference.
not boxing.
It's not boxing. And they were like, here's your hand wraps, action. And I was like, oh, shit. I don't know how to do this at all.
So they didn't even like
cut.
Yeah, like they didn't even teach you how to.
No, that was the audition.
Oh wow.
Like, we'll know if you really box if you can wrap your hands.
Right.
And I was like, we're gonna put these hand wraps. I wasted your time. I'm out of here. And then I was like, I need to know what to do. That felt terrible. I never want to be unprepared that way. That was trash. So I need to know what to do. And then I got another audition that led me to jujitsu, and I dove in and literally was like, this is my jam. And then that led me to Muay Thai, and then Muay Thai led me to boxing. And then now I do all three, and I still act, and now I wrestle, and I started my own gym where I can teach women and children and everybody how to protect themselves, how to stand up for themselves, how to advocate for themselves, and if worse comes to worse, how to throw hands.
I love that. So out of Muay Thai,
Jiu-jitsu.
I can never say that right. Jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
And boxing and wrestling.
Yes.
What do you like the best? If you had to like 1 through 4.
Okay. I couldn't do it. I couldn't label them that way, because I have found something in each art that I find myself very powerful in. So I can't negate.
So what do you like best in boxing, in wrestling, in jiu-jitsu?
In boxing, my jam is my footwork.
Okay.
Like my footwork and my movement, it's really hard to catch me.
Okay.
That is like something that even if no one knows, if you don't know me, you're like, damn, her footwork. Like that's something that like
stands out.
Yeah. For jujitsu, I am the triangle queen, like choking people with my legs. My legs are really strong. I ran track for my whole life. So jujitsu, like the chokes with my legs is everything. With Muay Thai, I love kicking and hooks. Like my left hook is money. And then wrestling is just, oh my God, all of it, putting it all together.
Do you think one is more like funner than the other, or is it just different?
Oh yeah, for sure. Which one's more fun? What do I have more fun doing? Fun is boxing.
Like
moving I have fun doing that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I always thought they're so different. In its own like class that I've always wondered when people do like more than one.
Yeah.
They do MMA and they do boxing. What do
How
they
do
love?
you? Yeah.
Like what do they love more? And then on top of that, you do wrestling.
Yeah.
So it's like wrestling's completely different.
Completely different
Than everything else, But they all take discipline. They all take practice. They all are just intense sports. So. Like, I've always wondered that when people do like, multiple things that...
And people do hone into, like, one or the other. So, for instance, at my gym, Team Bully Buster, every day of the week is a different art. So, Mondays is boxing. Everyone's doing boxing. From 4-year-olds all the way to the adult classes. On Tuesdays, it's jujitsu. On Wednesdays, it's Muay Thai. On Thursdays, it's jujitsu, wrestling, and... Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling. And then Fridays is Ninja Warrior, like obstacle courses, fitness challenges, competing against each other. So everything that honestly makes me feel good and powerful is what I teach at the gym.
I love that. That's amazing. With all that going on, all the, I guess, combative sports, how do you have time for family and friends and social life and anything outside of sports life?
You know what's cool is that I have made my own lane. I didn't find it. I literally made it. So what I do every day is with family and friends. It's who I am. It's what I'm about. If you know me, you know your kid's going to be at my gym. You know Keita's going to be on the floor showing your kid how to do something. You know she's going to be showing you how to get someone's hands off you. Like, that's just who I am. So it's... My friends and families are in all of the classes. On weekends, we're all doing stuff. If I'm doing a seminar, they're helping. It's all family it's all inclusive.
I love that. So what do you have coming up that people might not know about?
What I have coming up is next season for WOW, Women of Wrestling, that's on CBS. This is going to be a really good season for me. I'm very excited about that. And then I also just started writing my first feature film.
Oh, nice.
And
congratulations.
I'm very excited about it because I feel like it's the time and the temperature for the world to have an actual powerful woman to look up to.
I love that. Yeah, I'm excited
it's
for
time.
that. So for everyone that comes on, we play this game of Would You Rather. I play with you too, so you're not in the hot seat by yourself. So I'm going to just put the deck here, and I'm going to take from the top because we just used some of these. The last game, I'm just going to grab a few, and then have you grab a few from each pile. Yes. Just a tad. And I'll let you grab some too. Okay. And then I'll ask the first. And...
Wait, should I have grabbed this kind or that kind?
It doesn't matter. They're both... just questions.
Okay.
Trying to find some. Okay. Would you rather have a partner who won't do anything without approval from their mother, or have a partner who won't do anything without approval from their therapist?
Therapist.
I agree.
Yeah. That mama stuff, I'm good.
I agree. Okay.
My turn? Okay. Would you rather be stranded on a raft or in the desert?
Ooh, I would rather be stranded on a raft. I can swim, and at least I can fish.
Okay.
In the desert, I feel like, what can I do?
That's actually really smart.
Hopefully find a cactus, maybe. I don't know. And what am I gonna?
Yeah.
Like, how am I gonna open the cactus?
Right.
I'm just thinking it would be more resourceful to be on a raft. At least I can try to row my way to land. I don't know, but the desert, I just feel like I would just be
hot,
overly parched and like burn
and
up.
Crispy.
Yeah. I don't know. I would just feel like a raft would be, at least I have a raft to be on
exactly.
and not just, deserted.
It's good.
Okay. Would you rather, for 1 hour every day, your partner has unrestricted access to your thoughts, or for 1 hour every day, your partner has unrestricted access to your cell phone?
My thoughts.
Yeah, I think thoughts are
I want you to know some deep stuff.
Yeah.
Get a phone.
The phone is like,
you can take that right now. Okay. Would you rather be the funniest person alive or the smartest person alive?
I love learning. I don't want to know everything. I would like to think I want to know everything, but I feel like once you know everything, what is worth living? You just want to know, or at least learn. I'd rather be the funniest person alive,
same
so
here.
I can bring people joy, as opposed to just bring people like irritation. And like, you're just
I don't know.
Yeah, I would rather be
I feel you on that.
Okay. Would you rather date someone who always has crumbs on their bed, or date someone who doesn't have a bed frame?
No bed frame. I'm all right with that. Crumbs mean you gross. You just eating in the
Yeah,
bed.
like,
That's
you're
nasty.
nasty.
Yeah, no.
Can't do it.
We'll get you a bed frame.
Right. I'll buy the bed frame.
Right, I got you. Okay, would you rather constantly be sweating profusely all over your body or pant like a dog to keep cool?
Oh my gosh. I hate sweat. I hate it. But panting like a dog to keep cool is nuts.
I love sweat. I love sweating. Yeah, I would just
I feel like when you're
sweat.
working out, it's a good thing because you know you're doing
But
work.
if like we were just sitting here right now just dripping, talking to
I
each
feel like that's just like...
Okay, but what's worse, this?
That's true. I'd rather sweat 110%.
Right.
The way that you just described it, I was like, okay, I get it. Okay. Would you rather knowingly join a cult or unknowingly join a mafia?
Unknowingly join a mafia for sure.
Yeah, cult is crazy.
That's weird. Okay. Would you rather poop in front of someone or poop next to someone?
Oh, wow. I would rather
Poop house.
poop in front of someone
Really?
than next to someone, because I wouldn't be able to poop.
Like
I
if
feel
we're both just pooping, like we just have to go together. Or I'm just going to sit and watch you.
I mean, if we both... So we're both going together, like you're pooping with me?
Yeah, next to you. One stall, two toilets.
Oh, I can
or
probably...
I'm just going to watch you.
I could probably do the two stalls.
Yeah,
like if that's
just
the case.
zone out.
Yeah, but watching
out.
me is a little weird.
Like, or this.
Yeah, no. I mean, like if I poop next to, like, for example, I mean, TMI, but like for whatever reason, my man, like I'll use the bathroom and I like feel like that's my alone time,
Yes.
you know, but then he'll like ask me a question and try to talk to me and I'm like,
not right now.
or my kid will be like, Mom, and you know I'm in the bathroom. Like, and I say it all the time, like, I can never use the bathroom in peace. And now my daughter's like, Mom, can I use the bathroom in peace? And I'm like, the nerve of you.
The
like,
nerve.
Yeah. Like, are
No.
you kidding me? So I feel like I already do that, but without someone just like, hey, I'm watching you use the bathroom. Like, what's going on in there?
Yeah.
But if it was that choice, I would definitely
Like poop out
next.
or watching.
Yeah, I'd rather poop next
out.
to someone.
Let's
yeah.
poop.
Yeah. Together forever.
We're pooping together forever.
Okay. Would you rather be able to shapeshift into anything but only for 20 minutes, or be able to shapeshift into one thing, but for as long as you like?
Wow. 20 minutes. That way I can be anything and go into any room and pop in and just be like, which I'll hear. Let me make,
like
versus
be the fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like you could do it anything.
And 20 minutes is enough. Good solid.
Yeah. You can get enough information
for
on
sure.
whatever you're trying to get.
There for 24 hours.
Yeah, and then it's like, what if that one thing isn't something that you like?
Yeah.
I'm
just stuck.
I agree.
Would you rather save the current leader of our country or your favorite musician? That's easy.
I would rather save my favorite musician. Sorry, America.
Sorry, America.
We're
Kanye.
Not we're not in a good place.
No, we're not.
Okay, I've been getting a lot of political questions.
Okay.
Don't crucify me.
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather in one sitting eat a jar of mayonnaise or
I just threw up in my mouth.
drink a jar of pickle juice?
Pickle juice all day. Just hurry up. Oh, the thought of swallowing.
Yeah, the thickness of mayonnaise is
died.
like, okay, it's on you. And then we're done.
Okay. Last one. Would you rather be trapped inside of your favorite movie or your favorite book? Oh, that's a good one.
I have so many different favorite movies.
I know, and books.
And books. And the books that I like,
I don't want to be trapped.
Yeah, I don't want to be trapped.
I agree with you. They're like
I love Salt. I would love to like play like Angelina Jolie, badass.
Yeah.
I love Enough. I would love to play J-Lo, but I wouldn't want to be trapped in
that
Enough
movie.
And I wouldn't want to be trapped in Salt.
But I would want to be trapped in Dirty Dancing.
Yes. I would love that.
Imagine that.
Yeah, something like romantic or like The Wedding Planner.
Yes.
Something that's cute and romantic.
I would be trapped in that.
Yeah.
Not the Titanic.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Don't want to be trapped in the Titanic.
Nothing where it's like just devastating.
Yeah.
Don't
want to be trapped in Hunger Games.
Oh, no.
Nothing like that.
Nothing, any horror movies
or Final, like the end.
Yeah, like Final Destination. Hell no. I'm not doing that.
No,
I love the movie, or like Saw. I love the movie. But
so if we can pick our...
Yeah, if I can pick the movie.
Yeah, if I could pick the movie.
Well, it is, because it's your favorite movie, but I'm like, I don't know if my favorite movie consists of all happy endings. True. So I'm like, I don't know. And then a book, I just feel like that would just be forever. Like, it would take way longer than a movie to be trapped in. So I definitely
so I'm thinking Eat, Pray, Love, or Dirty Dancing.
That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one.
Dirty Dancing.
Yeah,
I'll
Dirty
be stuck
Dancing.
Here.
Yeah, agreed. Cool. Tell everyone what you have going on, where they could find you.
You can find me on The Pretty Flower on Instagram, and also Team Bully Buster. And Keta Rush is my wrestling name.
Yes, and make sure you guys check out her on WOW coming up this year. Yes. Check out her gym, all the fun things that she has going on throughout the week. And that is it for Telli Talks.